Hello everybody and welcome to the manual how to build up your smart simulator. All in all, it will take you around 1 hour to build this thing up. So what are the tools you're gonna need? You will need scissors, a hammer, or at least a stone can also work, something to measure, and one pen. So that's the tools you need for building it up. And when you get it out of the box, sort it all out. Sort it all out, especially the rubber bands. The rubber bands means like your paraglider lines. So when I'm talking about A1, A2, A3 or B1, B2 or C1, so the A1 and the C1 line and the B1, it's the longest one. It's the line in the middle. It's the longest one. The B2 is next to it, and the B3, for example, is the stabilo line. So you should sort it out by length. That means the short B2, the middle one, and the B1. The C1, C2, C3, and also the A1, A2, A3. We have the brakes, brake 1, brake 2, brake 3, brake main line. Okay, when it's all sorted, we start with the scissors and the lighter. So this works quite easy. I use this scissor because I do really like it for that sort, but for sure you can also use a normal scissor. Just take your line, cut it, and after the cut you can give them some warmish heat to make the end of the sewing nice, clean and glued. So we take this, bit of heat, a bit of heat. That's it. Go through all the lines, all the breaks, and also go through your risers. Welcome back again. So I hope you had success with cutting the rest of the lines and give it some heat to make it really nice and clean looking. So you see everything is melted down and it looks really nice also on the risers. So you should have now your rubber bands, your risers and your main line cutted and melted. And for the next step we take the bicycle tube. I've chosen the bicycle tube as a rubber band because on these bicycle tubes, or at the end on the simulator, there is wood on rubber band, so that means you will have friction with the time for sure, and rubber bands will suffer from them. But a 40mm mountain bike tube from any manufacturer will help you out, and you can find this spare tool, I think anywhere at the world you can find bike tubes 40mm like this. So I've chosen this rubber band to put this together to the simulator. And so what we need now is we need to cut every 1 centimeter. We want to cut our tube. For that I take the measurement and a pencil and make my markings on every centimeter, and then I can cut them. Let's do this together. Every centimeter you make your mark. Okay? So the markings are on, and every centimeter we want to have these bicycle tube rubber band. Hey, back again. So, did you cut your 1 centimeter rubber bands from the bicycle tube? I think you got that, man. It was not that hard, no? So, for the next step, we want to put together the ribs. This is a quite easy game. So, you take your rib like this, tuck, tuck. In front, we want to have the red one. Just pull it in, tuck, and connect it like this. In the back, we want to use the blue one. Tuck and tuck. Here we go. Go through all the ribs. See you soon. I forgot something for sure with the bow. We need to do the same. So, like blue one in, turn it around. And the red one in the back. Et voila! 2 of them are more in the box than needed. I give it to you as a spare. Maybe you lose one, or maybe one should break, but in our test, and we tested really hard, these parts never broke first. Next step. Take a seat. Hello. Take a seat. Take a rib, take it between your legs, hold it like this, take a rubber band and fix it with 2 rubber bands. So all the ribs, all the brakes, 2 rubber band on each mechanism, go through all your ribs. And on the bow, there is much more tension on it. On the bow, you should use 4 rubber bands on each side. So 2 on the ribs, 2 in the back, 2 in the front. And come on, like this. And 4 on the bow. Okay, got it? And at last, take the bow itself. And here, like I said, we want to have 4 on it, because pressure on it there is. 3 and 4. Make the same on the other side, please. So, now you have 2 rubber bands here on each rib, on the back and in the front. 2. And we want to have 4 here on the stabilo, because pressure on it there is a lot. Next part is, should we bring it up in the air? Should we? Okay, one step before. We take the main line. So here we have, here's the better light. Here we do have these 2 main lines. There is all the load hanging on it. These are holding lots of weight. The sewing is nice, so let's bring these into the bow. So here we go. You will have these 2 pins in the box. Take the first line, open it a little bit, pull it in until it stops. Take the pin, give it a few bit with the hammer. You can also fix it a bit with the hand here, that it stays in position. Et voila, first line is in. Second line, second main line, show you again. Open it a bit, put it in until it stops. Take the pin, hold it in, and line is fixed. In the next step, we mount our main line, where everything is fixed on the floor. So that's working quite easy. We have two possibilities here. I prefer the outer one, what makes weight shifting really realistic and quite hard. So with the outer bearings here, you will see a really nice realistic weight shifting. So take these two parts, give it onto the line and make a simple knot like this. That's it. Second part, we use these washers. They are called washers, I think, no? Is that the right word? The washers. And make a knot and fix it. So, next part. Okay, so in the next part, we just want to have the middle like this. Go with your hands here and just simple as it is, make a knot here and we are ready for hang it up on the place where it belongs to be in its future. Welcome back again. So the simulator is hanging here with its bow, ready for action. So take your ribs and put them in like this. 1, 2, and continue until all your 6 cells of your paraglider are mounted. The other wing side. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so ribs are set. Now there is this is the most tricky part at the end of building your simulator. I will show you what it is. In your box you will find a line 1 meter 65 centimeters long. What is this line for? This line is for holding your ribs in position, especially when you're doing hard stalls or misty flips where there is a lot of pressure coming onto the brakes and to the ribs. There is so much pressure, if you don't fix every rib with the line, your ribs at the end will fall out, because on every side there's around 20 kilo of pressure maximum. So we want to keep the ribs in position. So that means take your line and start with a knot on the end. Just a single knot like this. You will find holes on the bow and on the ribs. There is one hole beside one rib. So go through with your line through the first hole. Continue searching the hole in the rib. Go through with the line through the rib. And continue with the last hole, pulling your line back through the last hole onto the outside, like this. So the rib is now more or less, it's secured. We have two settings on the simulator. We have this low angle of attack and the high angle of attack. We wanna make the knot here in the high angle of attack position. If we make the knot here on the low angle, we cannot use this tool anymore. So give it to the high angle of attack. And now this is the most tricky part, to get the knot exactly onto the hole. So that means I hold the line on the bow, make this single knot. I hold my thumb and my other finger on the hole, on the knot, and now I'm reaching this point and I just push with my fingers the knot exactly to the hole, like this. So we have the high angle of attack and the knot is exactly on the hole, so that means it cannot fall out anymore. This is secured, okay? So take your scissors, leave about 1 centimeter, cut it off, and continue with the next rib. See you. Okay, my friends, so if everything worked alright, you have all the ribs secured here with the knot on the back of the hole. So when you have a high angle of it, a low angle, everything is good, and in the high angle of a deck, this should be secured like this, and it will never fall out. So this is the time now, the time has arrived, because the bow is hanging, the ribs are secured. We have our two main lines here. So let's, this plate. So let's connect the harness. One, two, and here we are. So we have tested this system with 210 kilograms. My friend and me in the big tandem bar, and we were really shaking and doing and tried to break it somehow. So with 220 kilo, it did not break. This is our guarantee we can give, but it's a single seater, so 150 kilos should be enough for everybody. We didn't fall down with 220, so that will work. For the next thing, we will mount the ribs, we will connect the ribs with the risers. So we will put in the risers, we will put in all the rubber bands in the correct way we want to have it. I remember it again. A1 in the middle, A2 next to it, A3 outer stabilo. B1 middle rib, B2 next to it, B3 stabilo. And C3, C2, C1. The 1 is the longest, the C is the shortest. I show you. Okay, so let's do the recheck. The A1, the longest one, A2 and A3, they do have the same length. Okay, A1 is different, they have the same. With the B, the yellow B, so the B1 is the longest, B2 bit shorter, and B3 shortest one. Same with the C, C1 longest, C2 middle of it, and the C3 it's around 2-3 centimeters shorter than the C2. Okay, build, just put these rubber bands in like I show you now on the Ace. Okay, we start each side with the A1, the longest one, starting in the middle of the rib. So go through the hole, make one knot at the end of this rubber band and check it out. That at the end we want to have 1 centimeter, 1.5 centimeters rest piece on that after the knot, and put it in. Same on the opposite side, just 1 centimeter, and here we are. So we want to do the same with the A2 and A3. Like I told you, A2 and A3, they have the same measurement, so that's why I have all the 4 lines now, rubber bands here on my hands, because it doesn't care, because they do have the same lengths. But don't make that mistake on the B and C, because they are B, C, C3, they are a bit different, okay? So I want you now that you go through all the A, B and C's in the right order, also the brakes at the end, and then we give a recheck if your simulator with the rubber bands installed looks same like my one does. I hope it does, no? It should. It should. Okay? So have success with your rubber bands. So now my friends, all the rubber bands are set up. Also here you see it on the brakes. Brake 1, brake 2, brake 3. Just a really short one, just 14 centimeters. But you will see measurements will be alright. So in the next step we want to put on the risers, putting in the risers, connecting with the buckles, and then we mount the brakes, and these are our last steps. To get it finished. We are right on the target. The riser is in. We start with the red, with the A. So that means take your buckle, put it in and connect it. A3, A2, A1. Close it. Continue please with the rest of the risers. This will be an easy job. So you see, risers are set. As soon as you hang in the C's, all your ribs should go down to the high angle of attack. So that means you have built it up in the correct order. Now there is this main brake line. So the main brake line, it has a marking. The main brake line has a marking here at around 7 centimeters from the cut. So that means on this marking you want to connect your brake handle. Before you do that, we want to connect the brake gallery onto the brake main. So that means take the loop like this, put it in the first brake 3, brake 2, brake 1. And now this is where the magic happens. Go through the hole. Sort them here nice and clean. Loop it over, put it on tension, and here we have the brake. Go through the ring and take your brake brake handle, and make a knot here on the 7 centimeter marking. It should hide under the coverage of the brake handle. Make a second safety knot, a security knot, because if you're doing hard stalls, hard maneuvers, whatever, there is, like I told you before, really tension on it. And so now when we are on tension like this, we want to have about 7 to 8 centimeters of the of empty space, because then when we go to the accelerator, we see the brake is going up, and that's also how it works on a real paraglider. I continue with the second half, and then I will tell you how to connect the last part of our simulator, the acceleration system. Okay, my friends, the last part of our building operation is we do have here these two single lines. If you have a look at it a bit more exactly under the light where you can see something, you will see there are two markings here. It's 8 centimeters, and there you have a black marking. On this marking you should make a single knot like this, and you should make the end of the knot also right exactly more or less at the end of the line, more or less at the end, so that you have here enough space to put a broom hook or other things onto it, into it. You know, you get this product with risers, with everything, and this is really simple made. We didn't want to spend more time in sewing and splicing accelerating lines, so this is the compromise at the end when it comes out for a cheap price. This thing is working like all of it, but it's not instead of nice C-rings. But this is the compromise of the price. So I show you how to build it in. Go to the simulator again. So back here we are. We take our line, put it in through the roll, easy. And here you find another loop where you can just fix the line with a single knot, secure it with another one, and here we are, last part finished on the simulator, installing the accelerator, and then I invite you for a last check if everything is working how it should work. Okay, so this is the last final check of the simulator to see if everything is in tension, everything is in the right place. Let's check the function, if it works, how it should work. So everything is on really high angle of attack right now. That's good, because if I pull the C, not a lot of things are going on. So I go into the accelerator. Hey Kati, wait a second, I need to explain I need to explain now the speed system, okay? So that means we go into the C steering. Okay, C steering works perfect. This position, C steering works, that's good. Let's check out the brakes. One rep, brake is coming, stabilo first, stabilo is coming always first, then the middle and the half middle, and we are on full stall position. So we have now pressure a lot. There is 65 centimeters and there's nothing going on anymore. This is the really hard stall point. We release the brakes, everything is going up again. We want to make the big ears like brakes normal position, putting down the ears, getting into the accelerator, and here we are full bar on the big ears, like going up, and that's it. Brakes are working, B-stall is working, here is the finish of the B-stall, stabilo is working. Everything looks nice, everything looks good, and so I want to wish you good success, motivated students with your new tool, the SmartSim.